Hi Year 4, Miss Prempe here. We're going to look at decimals today. So on the board I've written this. Does that remind you of anything? Do you remember what that is? That's right, that's a place value chart. We're going to use our place value chart today and these digits to make some numbers, some decimal numbers. So this represents the tens column, that's right. Ones, decimal point, tenths and hundredths. We've got 4 digits. And I want you, in a moment, to pause the video and see how many different numbers you can make using those 4 digits by placing them in the place value chart. So if you pause the video now, I hope you paused it, and let's see if I make any of the same numbers that you did. So I'm going to start off with 2490, but that isn't the correct way to say it. We would say 24.90. Let's talk about the decimals in this number. We've got 9 and a 0, 0.9 and 0. What does this 9 represent? It represents 9 tenths. 9 tenths. That's how I'd write that in words. How would I, is there a different way to write that? There is, we could write 9 tenths. Do you remember when we looked at fractions? So this 9 here, the digit 9, being placed in the tenths column, we have 9 tenths. There are no hundreds in that number, so there's nothing else for us to write on that one. Right, another number. Let's see if I can match another one of your numbers. How about 9402? How would you say that number? We would say 94.02. This time we have no tenths, but we have 2 hundredths. How would I write that down? 2 hundredths. And then how would we write that as a fraction? How else could we represent that number? That part of the number? 2 hundredths. We've got 100 equal parts, but we have 2 of them. 2 hundredths. So that's a different number that we could have come up with. Change the colour of the pen. Another number I could have come up with. 4092. How would we say that? We would say 40.92. Or we could say 40 and 9 tenths and 2 hundredths. That's a bit of a mouthful. It would be much easier if we could just say either tenths or hundredths. So let's think about what we've got here and how else we can represent it. We know that we've got 9 tenths here, and we know that here we've got 2 hundredths. So how can we find out what we've got all together? I've got tenths and hundredths, and if you think back to fractions, I can't add those together because they have different denominators. But how about if I could make this fraction have a denominator of 100? Can you remember what I'd have to do? That's right, I need to find an equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 10, which would give me 90 hundredths plus the 2 hundredths that I had. 90 hundredths and 2 hundredths would be 92 100ths. So only go back to saying the number. We have 40 and 92 hundredths. 40 and 92 hundredths. Now I'm going to give you a few questions to help you to explore decimals. Pause the video at this part so you can see the questions. Here are the first group of questions. What is the number? So can you say each of those numbers out loud? And then what is the value of the 3 in each of those numbers? Pause the video here. Okay, excellent. I hope you said those numbers out loud. Next, which 8 has the largest value? So you've got 4 different numbers there, and they all have an 8 in it, the digit 8. Which of those 8s has the largest value? So say those numbers out loud. Say the value of the 8 in each of the numbers. And then tell me which of those has the largest value, which number 8.